Think you've seen every action anime worth watching? These 10 explosive titles mix brutal fights, strange powers, and fresh ideas demanding attention right now worldwide. Kicking off our list at number 10, Nippon Sangoku. In a fractured future Japan divided among three rival nations, ordinary youth Aoi joins conflicts that reshape the balance of power. Political maneuvering, military campaigns, and shifting alliances drive the story, creating a grounded action narrative where strategy, ambition, survival, and personal choices matter as much as battlefield victories across constantly changing territories today. What immediately grabs attention is the scale. Rather than relying on flashy supernatural abilities, Nippon Sangoku builds tension through warfare, leadership, and competing visions for the future. The premise feels refreshingly different from many modern action series, offering room for complex characters and meaningful consequences during every campaign. That combination could make it a standout adaptation someday. Moving down the rankings to number 9, Niwatori Fighter. In this bizarre action story, a seemingly ordinary rooster becomes humanity's unlikely defender against monstrous threats attacking cities. As increasingly dangerous enemies appear, he charges directly into battle, turning absurdity into spectacle. The plot follows relentless confrontations, escalating stakes, and a hero whose appearance constantly hides his extraordinary courage, strength, determination, and fighting spirit. Niwatori Fighter stands out because it fully embraces its ridiculous concept without losing intensity. Watching a rooster treated like an elite action protagonist creates instant curiosity. If the adaptation captures the manga's energy, timing, and over-the-top confrontations, viewers should get a memorable blend of comedy, action, and genuine excitement that rarely feels predictable or repetitive at all. Charging ahead to number 8, Bakido Part 2. Continuing the franchise's tradition of extreme martial arts, Bakido Part 2 follows fighters pushing their bodies beyond normal limits. Legendary combatants seek new challenges, testing techniques, willpower, and physical endurance. The narrative centers on high-level battles, rivalries, and constant efforts to surpass previous ceilings, keeping every confrontation intense, unpredictable, and fiercely competitive throughout series. Few action franchises deliver hand-to-hand combat with the same commitment to spectacle as Baki. Every clash feels larger than life, emphasizing skill, brutality, and sheer determination. The appeal comes from watching powerful warriors constantly redefine what is possible through training experience and obsession. Fans seeking non-stop fights and outrageous physical feats will likely find plenty to enjoy. Sliding into number 7, reborn as a vending machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon, 3rd season. After being reincarnated as a vending machine, Boxo continues exploring a dangerous fantasy dungeon alongside allies. Unable to move normally, he survives through creative uses of vending functions, products, and upgrades. Season 3 expands the adventure, introducing new challenges, encounters, and opportunities for teamwork within an unpredictable world filled with monsters, mysteries, and exploration. The genius of this series is how it transforms an absurd premise into genuinely entertaining fantasy. Instead of relying solely on jokes, it rewards clever problem-solving and character interactions. Boxo's limitations create unique tension, making victories surprisingly satisfying. Few isekai manage to feel this distinctive, while remaining consistently fun, imaginative, charming, and easy to keep watching weekly. Breaking into the upper half at number 6, Yusha no Kuzu. Set in a world where magic and modern society intersect, Yusha no Kuzu follows individuals confronting dangerous threats for profit and survival. The story blends action, crime, and fantasy, focusing on professional problem solvers navigating violence, ambition, and shifting power structures. Conflicts escalate through missions, rivalries, and decisions, carrying serious consequences for everyone involved there. Yusha no Kuzu feels darker and rougher than many contemporary fantasy action series. That edge helps its world stand apart, giving confrontations greater weight. The combination of supernatural elements and grounded criminal undercurrents creates an atmosphere packed with tension. If adapted well, it could attract viewers wanting action that feels gritty, mature, unpredictable, and refreshingly unsanitized today. Breaking into our top 5 at number 5, Hikuidori. Hikuidori centers on turbulent conflict, survival, and human determination during a historical setting. Characters face deadly circumstances that test loyalty, courage, and judgment. As tensions rise, the narrative explores personal struggles alongside larger battles, creating momentum through difficult choices and escalating danger. The story combines action, drama, and period elements, maintaining suspense throughout journey. Historical action often succeeds when combat and character drama feel equally important, and Hikuidori has that potential. The setting naturally adds texture and stakes, while the emphasis on difficult decisions can strengthen emotional investment. Rather than depending entirely on spectacle, it appears positioned to deliver tension, atmosphere, and meaningful conflict, alongside exciting action sequences for viewers everywhere. Storming into number 4, scooped up by an S-rank adventurer. After being noticed by an elite adventurer, the protagonist gains a chance to escape obscurity and enter a far larger world. Dangerous quests, powerful opponents, and growing abilities shape the journey. The story follows fantasy adventure conventions while emphasizing teamwork, growth, and opportunities to prove worth against increasingly difficult challenges and threats ahead always. Fans who enjoy classic fantasy progression stories will probably gravitate toward this one. The appeal comes from watching a capable character receive opportunities and steadily rise. Strong party dynamics, adventurous world building, and rewarding growth can make even familiar tropes feel engaging. With the right adaptation, it could become an accessible action fantasy favorite for many anime viewers. Racing into the top 3 at number 3, Arknight's Rise from Ember. Continuing the Arknight storyline, Rise from Ember follows factions struggling through political turmoil, warfare, and catastrophe. Operators confront escalating threats while pursuing their own goals amid a complicated world. The series blends strategic conflict, ideological disagreements, and personal sacrifices, expanding ongoing narratives with new developments, challenges, revelations, and battles carrying significant consequences for all. Arknights has already earned a reputation for ambitious world building, and this installment continues exploring that strength. The setting feels dense, layered, and filled with competing perspectives. Combined with strong visual presentation and serious themes, the story offers more than straightforward action. Viewers invested in larger narratives and lore should find plenty to analyse, discuss, and anticipate here. Taking the runner-up spot at number 2, Kill Blue. Kill Blue follows a legendary assassin whose life changes dramatically after an unusual incident leaves him physically younger. Forced to navigate school life while retaining the mindset and skills of a veteran professional, he balances missions, secrecy, and adaptation. The premise mixes action, comedy, and espionage, creating constant opportunities for conflict, surprises, and growth. The contrast between an elite assassin and everyday student life gives Kill Blue much of its charm. That setup creates comedic situations without removing the action elements. The protagonist's experience allows for clever problem solving, while the unusual circumstances keep the story feeling fresh. It is an entertaining twist on familiar action formulas with broad appeal for audiences. And finally, reigning supreme at number 1, Black Torch. Black Torch follows Jiro, a young man able to communicate with animals, whose life changes after meeting a powerful Mononoke named Rago. Their connection grants extraordinary abilities, drawing him into secret battles involving supernatural threats. Working alongside specialized operatives, Jiro confronts dangerous enemies while learning to control his powers and responsibilities effectively each day. Reigning supreme at number 1, Black Torch. The series combines ninja-inspired action, supernatural mythology, and stylish combat in a way that immediately stands out. Rago's presence adds personality, while the fast-moving conflicts keep momentum high. Strong character chemistry, appealing powers, and energetic battles make it a compelling choice for viewers seeking action-packed with supernatural excitement and style. Whether you prefer historical warfare, supernatural battles, bizarre concepts, or fantasy adventures, this lineup proves action anime remains incredibly diverse and exciting. Several adaptations could become major talking points ahead. Share which title interests you most and which one you expect to dominate future anime discussions.